and welcome to Splotch Code. This video is part of our Scratch for Beginners series, and you will learn how to get started on your first project, how to find your way around in Scratch, and some of the names for the things that are used within Scratch. First thing we need to do is we need to log into your Scratch account that you've hopefully set up following our previous video. So we need to go to the scratch.mit.edu website. Once you're there, if you've created your own account, you'll be able to sign in. So you click on the sign in over here. Now, hopefully you remember the username that you set up and the password. If not, there is a help button here where it can remind you of what that is. Let's now hit sign in. And I'm logged into my account. And so now everything I do will get saved against my account so I can go back to things later. And that's awesome. Right, now we're ready to create our first account. So what you want to do now is you'll hit the create button here. And you'll see it will now start to get it ready so that there's a project for us to create, where we can create a game or a story or do something really fun. Okay, here it is. This is our first screen. What we want to do here is the first thing is we're going to name this project. So what do we want to call this? We might want to call this Cat Game. And now it will save that and we'll be able to come back to it later if we want to. What I'm going to do now is just show you a little bit around Scratch so you know what the different things are. First of all, you'll notice over on this right hand side we have a cat sitting here. The cat is the character that's currently chosen to use in this game, and we can see that because down in this section down here, this is where the characters are sitting. Scratch calls these characters sprites. So right now there's a sprite of a cat that I've got there. If I want to change that, I can go down to this little button here and you'll see it pops up with choose a sprite. And if I click on that, I'll get a whole heap of different things that I can choose. You can look at and find what you want. If you want it to be a dog, you just change there. You can search to see if you can find something that you're particularly looking for. If I do that, I've now got a sprite of a cat and a dog, and I can choose to delete one of them if I want to, like that. So this section down here shows me all the different characters and objects that I have ready to use in my game. The next thing we can do is choose a background. Now, if I click on this little button here, you'll see it says choose a background, and that will let me choose what I want the backdrop to look like, what a picture that will appear behind my sprite, which in the moment is a dog. So I might choose farm, and you'll see that's the background you get there. Now, there are ways that you can create your own sprites and your own backgrounds using things you've drawn or photos you've taken. And we have other videos on Splotch Code that show you how to do that. For now, we'll just stick with the ones that are in the library. There's lots there that you can use. This area where you can see our background and our dog sitting is called the stage. This is like the TV screen. This is where you see whatever it is that you've created, you'll see what's happening in that area there. And that's called the stage. This section in the middle, this big section here, this is where we're going to put our code. This is where we're going to give the instructions of what we want to happen. And you'll see at the moment, we're on the tab called code. And this is where we've got a whole heap of different commands of what we want to tell the computer to do. What do we want our dog to do? Where do we want him to move? How do we want him to do things? And you'll see along the left-hand side, there's a whole heap of buttons in different colours for different sections. Right now we're on the motion, the blue one, and that gives us a list of all the different ways we can make our dog move. If we have a look at the next one, there's some different The looks allows us to do things where what does the dog look like? What is he going to do? We have also got sounds and events, which is saying when something happens, this is what we want to happen, and some controls we have in place. You'll learn about those in other videos on Splotch Code, where we'll go through in a bit more detail so you understand how to use each of these different things when. Other than code, you also have costumes. If we go to costumes, you'll see this is my dog I've got at the moment, but because I've picked this dog, he's actually got a couple of different, slightly different looks. So by costumes, they mean what he looks like. So in this, it's the same dog, but he's doing something slightly different. So if you're using him in a game or in a story, he can look slightly different in each one. Again, there are ways you can change what the character looks like, and we've got videos that will show you that over in Splotch Code so you can see in more detail. We also have a sounds tab here, and this gives you different sounds where you can get sounds that are stored in the library in Scratch. In this case, it's a dog, so it's probably a woof or a bark noise, but you can also create your own sounds as well. You can add those in, and we have other videos in Splotch Code that show you how to do that. But that gives you a bit of an idea of what's where within Scratch so you can get started. So now that you know what the different parts of the screen are, come over to Splotch Code and have a look at some videos and get started about learning how to change your characters, how to make the characters move, how to put music on, how to do all those great things that you want to do to make yourself a game or create a story or something along those lines. All right, so we hope to see you over on Splotch Code soon. Thanks for watching Splotch Code.